LR, the Liberal Redneck here, trying to fathom the real story behind the recent Israeli-Palestinian conflict because things are seldom as they appear. Hamas is a terrorist cult, not unlike the Proud Boys or Oath Keepers, only better financed. And they had to know that Israel would have a batshit crazy response to their attack. So why did they do it? The first thing investigators look for in most crimes is who benefits. Israel regards Gaza the same way China regards Taiwan, as a wart on their ass that must be assimilated. It is worth noting that Israel has little in the way of natural resources, and Gaza has a lot in the form of offshore natural gas reserves, which Israel has already claimed as theirs. Eliminating the Palestinians would make it more official. Even though they supposedly did not start the conflict, Israel definitely stands to benefit from it. Next is the situation with Russia. They are looking really bad in their attempt to conquer Ukraine, mainly due to the huge amount of aid Ukraine has been getting from America. That aid has now been held up due to America also funding Israel, giving Putin and the Russians a potentially huge advantage against Ukraine. Russia has one major export item, and that is oil. In times of war, what happens to oil prices? They usually go up. Iran has jumped into this situation by financing another terrorist group, Houthis, to attack oil tankers on the Red Sea, to help drive oil prices even higher. What we have ended up with is a tangled web driven by deception. The Hamas leaders do not even live in Gaza. They prefer Qatar, Saudi Arabia, or Iran. That creates the likelihood that someone paid them to launch the attack on Israel. It is unlikely that Israel financed the attack, but Netanyahu has eagerly jumped on the opportunity to assimilate Gaza and eliminate the Palestinians once and for all. That leaves Russia, and they seem much more likely to be the culprit who financed the attack to divert aid to Ukraine and drive up oil prices at the same time. Putin is desperate to take back Ukraine, as his attempts so far have not gone according to plan, and the Russian economy is in the toilet. We are almost in year 3 of his attempt that he originally thought would take 2 weeks. The U.S. needs to take drastic steps to put an end to both these wars. All aid to Israel must immediately stop. We have financed them forever, and all good things must end. Let them stand on their own 2 feet for a change. That would not be anti-Semitism. It would be anti-war. Israel needs to pull its head out of its ass and get rid of Netanyahu as soon as possible. Next, the U.S. needs to do everything in its power to get Ukraine admitted to NATO, to show Putin his actions are intolerable, and a united front would prove he has failed. Thanks for listening, and remember, always vote blue.